We've had a really tremendous experience with Northcoders so far. It's been really positive, enjoyable, and we've loved having the Northcoders as part of the CloudJungle team.
My name's Steve Marcel. I'm the owner/founder here at CloudJungle, so basically the boss. CloudJungle are specifically set up to help businesses who want to move all their business processes into the cloud, but specifically using the Salesforce.com platform. And Salesforce is globally the largest cloud-based CRM out there, and there's a huge ecosystem of support businesses that fall around that. So whilst we're not involved with selling, Salesforce licenses or anything like that, we specifically earn our revenue from the professional services of delivering Salesforce implementation, so we can completely bespoke it for our customers' requirements. So Northcoders came from, within Salesforce, there's a big ecosystem of other companies, and we often have big conferences and get-togethers, and it's a very friendly environment. And somebody from one of the other partners mentioned that they had, there was a brother was on a Northcoder course and would be interested in any work opportunities. So, okay, what's this Northcoders? That's how I found out. And then I think Rich then come and joined us, and so we've then realised actually this would be a really good source of talent for us going forwards, and then made the connections, and then we've been at some of your events recently over the last year or two, and I think we're on 3 Northcoders now that we've recruited. So.
Hello, my name's Sarah, and I'm the head of recruitment at CloudJungle. We've got 3 Northcoders at the moment who've been with us a range of nearly 2 years, 18 months, to our newest recruit who actually only started last week. All 3 have been amazing team members. They've all taken on board all the learning that's been necessary. We tend to take all of our staff members with very little experience in Salesforce, and they've been able to implement that, as well as learning the important art of talking to the clients and taking projects from their inception right the way through to delivery. We were really impressed when we first went to see the Northcoders. We were there at one of the Match Me If You Can events, and it was the enthusiasm that came from the Northcoders that was really, really impressive. Everyone had got lots of questions. They'd clearly done their background research on CloudJungle and all the other companies that were there that day, and it was lovely just to chat with them. I suppose my only concern about actually meeting the Northcoders for the first time and hiring them was that from a more traditional coding background, maybe they wouldn't feel comfortable actually interacting with our clients quite as much as we require. And all 3 Northcoders have shown that they are more than capable of doing that really, really well. And they develop really lovely rapport with the clients that they have so far.
My bootcamp, I think, taught me 2 things. It taught me some real technical skills around, say, JavaScript and making a React mobile app, but also it taught me fundamental coding basics that would transfer to any language, including the stuff we use specifically at CloudJungle in configuring a piece of software called Salesforce. And it also taught me general problem-solving skills, like to understand the level of when to Google something and find an obscure Reddit post that tells me how to do it, as to when to ask my more senior colleague for help, as to when to just give it a go and see if I can get something working. And all those skills have kind of been pulled together, and I think have been invaluable in helping me progress really well since starting here a couple of years ago.
The transition from JavaScript to Salesforce was a lot more straightforward than what I thought. Although Salesforce consultancy doesn't include any coding, you can go into coding, but at the moment we use something called clicks not codes. The methodology behind it and the way you need to problem solve and the way you need your mind to think is the exact same as when we were using JavaScript in Northcoders. And so it made it a lot more easier to grasp Salesforce consultancy and it made it smoother transition to this role, having that fundamentals and that basics of how to think, how to problem solve, how to work in a certain team, and so many different aspects, and how to research a solution. In Northcoders, we're taught in a way that it's you can apply those skills to any language that you're learned, which was very useful in this role, yeah.
What's interesting, if you think about what we're doing as a business, how our business is evolving and changing, you've got to have that thirst for learning and for change and for innovation and for being able to sort of be a little bit self-sufficient and keep up to date with everything that's going on. And there's no golden ticket for doing this sort of role. Whilst the Northcoders is sort of very, obviously as the name suggests, very code focused, as a bit of a boot camp, they also do cover other sort of more softer skills like the project management, etc. So we found that the Northcoders are pretty well prepared in terms of the language that we speak around Scrum and Agile in terms of project delivery, as well as knowing the fundamentals of code. And whilst we're not writing raw code, we're using configuration tools, this structure of what they've learned in those boot camps is directly transferable into what they're doing day to day.
The 3 Northcoders that we've got have come at different stages in their own careers and their lives. All of them, as I said previously, have brought a tremendous amount of enthusiasm, as well as that logical mindset and the ability to just launch themselves straight into the workplace, really, which has been fantastic. And a lot of that is down to their experience at the Northcoders and the support they've received afterwards as well.